won't crow for days. What you need with a rooster, and he won't crow for days. Now what you need with a man, no, he won't do nothing that he says. I'm gonna buy me a little bandy rooster. I'll put him in my back door. I'm gonna buy me a bandy rooster. I'll put him in my back door. Yes, so if another man stop by, boy, love his wings and his crows. My hook's in the water. Yes, my cock's on top. Yes, my hook's in the water. Man in my cock's on top. But how in the world can I lose people with the help that I got? Take it from me today. Just play it a while. How much on it? Yes, I know my little dog. Anywhere I hear him ball. Yes, I know my dog, boys. Anywhere I hear him ball. Well, you know, I can tell my little woman by feeling nothing in the dog. Now when I'm grown, hang my picture on Jackson Wall. I mean Jackson. Yeah, when I'm gone, hang my picture on Jackson Wall. Now if anybody asks you what about that, you can tell them that's all, that's all, that's all.
Now if I was a little bitty girl, had a whole lot of money, I would marry a soldier boy. He would be good as any. For he will drill and I will drill. We will drill together. Wouldn't we have a whole lot of fun drilling with one another? But if I was a itty bitty girl, had a whole lot of money, I would marry a conductor boy. He would be good as any. For he's gonna ride and I will ride. We will ride together. Won't we have a whole lot of fun riding with one another? But if I was a little bitty girl, had a whole lot of money, I would marry a bartender boy. He would be good as any. For he's gonna shake and I will shake. We will shake together. Wouldn't we have one drunkard's time? Shake it up one another. Let's jump, jump, jump. But if I was a little bitty girl, had a whole lot of money, I'm gonna marry a piano man. He would be good as any. For he's gonna play and I will play. We will play together. Won't we have a whole lot of fun playing with one another?
My grandfather's clock was too big for the shelf, so it stood 90 years on the floor. It was taller by half than the old man himself, though it weighed not a penny weight more. It was bought on the morn of the day that he was born, and was always his treasure and his pride. But it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. And in watching its pendulum swing to and fro, many years had he spent as a boy. From childhood to manhood the clock seemed to know and to share both his grief and his joy. But it struck 24 when he entered through the door with a blooming and beautiful bride. And it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. 90 years without slumbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, his life seconds numbering, tick-tock, tick-tock, it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died. Yes, it stopped short, never to go again when the old man died.
If you people will listen to me, from my heart I'll play it anew, that our flag will wave over the brave, bring our boys back home safe. For I'm American, I'm American, I'm American, praise the Lord, praise His holy name. When you walk down the street, smiling everyone you meet, rich or poor, young or old, let this message to you be told. When you work and play and sing, you be proud of your liberty, for we are American. We are American. We are American. Praise the Lord. Praise His holy name. Call our boys from east to west. Come on, boys, and let's do our best. Be wide awake and take no nap. Let's bomb the Japs and change our map. For there's one thing they must not do, attack our red, white, and blue. For we are American. We are American. We are American. Praise the Lord. Praise His holy name. V for Victor and W for war, A for American and B for Bond. So buy a bond if you want to be true, and let's pull America through. For we are American. We are American.
Oh, what a time. Oh, what a time. Singing what a time. Oh, yes, what a time. In 1941, the Second World War had just begun. Oh, Hitler from Berlin stretched out his paw, brought the European country into war. Hitler himself, such a mighty man, he says he's gonna rule that no man land. He told his men that you need not fear, for me myself gonna be the engineer. Oh, what a time! Oh, what a time! Singing what a time! Oh, yes, what a time! Friend, you have a little patience, let me tell you the news. The first thing he done, he put out the Jew. The next thing he done to the European land, took all the nation under his command. Now she and France began to fight, took beautiful Paris late one night. Then old Great Britain got trouble in mind, went to forcing men on the firing line. Oh, what a time! Oh, what a time! Singing what a time! Oh, yes, what a time! To the European countries set out to cry for the USA to send supply. Our ships got loaded and started crawl. The next news we heard of a vessel below. This called Americans to get this plea. How dreadful Hitler trying to rule the sea. The son him a message read from the throne, saying you better leave our vessels alone. Oh, what a time! Oh, what a time! Singing what a time! Oh, yes, what a time! Oh, what a time. Oh, what a time. Singing what a time. Oh, yeah, what a time.
Dear Mr. President, I set me down to send you greetings from New York town. Send you the best wishes from all the friends I know in both the AFL and CIO and unaffiliated. My brother, he's a member of the Shoplifters Union. I'm an ordinary guy, work most of my life. Someday I'll settle down with my kids and wife. I like to see a movie or take a little drink, and I like being free to say what I think. Sort of runs in the family. My grandfather crossed the ocean for the same reason. Now, I hate Hitler, and I can tell you why. He's caused a lot of good people to suffer and die. He's got a way of shoving folks around, and I figure it's about time we slapped him down. Give him a dose of his own medicine. Lead poison. Now, Mr. President, we haven't always agreed in the past, I know, but that isn't at all important now. What is important is what we got to do. We got to beat Hitler, and until we do, other things can wait. You got to kill the wild beast before you can cultivate your garden. Now, as I think of our great land, its cities, its towns, its farming land, with millions of good people working every day, I know it ain't perfect, but it will be someday. Just give us a little time. This is the reason that I want to fight. Not because everything's perfect or everything's right. No, it's just the opposite. I'm fighting because I want a better America and better laws, better homes and jobs and schools, and no more Jim Crow and no more rules like you can't ride in this train because you're a Negro. You can't live here because you're a Jew. You can't work here because you believe in unions, young man. I'm a white man, and there's blonde hairs in my head, but I keep thinking of what Joe Louis once said. He said there's lots of things wrong, but Hitler won't help them. Dear Mr. President, you're Commander-in-Chief of our armed forces, the ships, the planes, the tanks, the horses, and I guess you know best just where I can fight. I want to be just situated right to do the most damage. I never was one to try to shirk and let the other fellows do all the work. So when the time comes, I'll be on hand, and I guess I can make good use of my two hands. Quit playing this banjo around with the boys and exchange it for something that makes more noise. Dear Mr. President, we got just one big job to do, and that's lick Hitler. And when we're through, let no one else like him ever take his place to trample down the human race. So if need be, I want you to give me a gun so we can hurry up and get the job done.
My name is Bill Jackson. I was not raised in town. 19 years and over, I ramble this world round. Eat cornbread and molasses, slap on a naked hill. I never knew what suffering was till I went to Stevensville. Landed there December 1917. Landed on clear boggy, that good old running stream. Down come a walking skeleton, clambering down the hill, and he asked me into his hotel, the best in Stevensville. I rise next morning to catch an early train. Says, young man, you better stay, I have some land to drain. Give you $1.50 a day, pay board and washing bills. You'll find yourself a different cat when you leave old Stevensville. I ride next morning. Flitter, get off of it already.
Go ahead. Pick it up there.
Let's see, wait a minute. Just a second. I worked at that there 6 months, and a day I left. Shook my shoes off with a mighty ache and chill. Went up to the check office and ordered my check fill. Goodbye the old swamping jaws, the cane brakes and the hill. Goodbye to Mr. Walls, the boss of Stevensville. If ever I see that place again, I says to S.M. Dill, it'll be through a mighty telescope far off from Stevensville. I was born in East Virginia, North Carolina, Hattie Gould. Fell in love with a fair young maiden, but her name I did not know. Now her hair was dark and curly, and her cheeks were rosy red, and on her breast she wore white lilies, where I longed to lay my head. In my heart you are my darling, at my door you're welcome in. At my gate I'll always greet you. You're the girl I've tried to win. Now I'd rather be on some dark island where the sun don't ever shine than for you to be another man's darling when I know you'll never be mine. In my heart, you are my darling. At my door, you're welcome in. At my gate, I'll always greet you. You're the girl I've tried to win.
This is Floyd Jones from Ball Knob, Arkansas, playing She's Just That Kind.
Family of Bakersfield, California, sing an old Southern tune called the Stockade Blues.
me. Go away and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind. In your heart you love another. Leave me down, I won't mind. Many a night with you I ramble. Many a hour spent with you. I thought I'd won your heart forever. And know you have to follow me. Go away and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind. In your heart you love another. Leave me down and I won't mind. Last night while I lay sleeping, I dreamed that I was in your arms. When I awoke, I was mistaken. I was peeping through the bars. Go away and leave me if you wish to. Never let me cross your mind. In your heart you love another. Now I got them walking blue.
This is Rain's family singing an old favorite tune here for you.
I see a candlelight down in the little green valley, where morning glory vines are twining round my door. How I wish I was there tonight down in the little green valley, for there my homesick heart would trouble me no more. There is only one thing ever gives me consolation. That's to dream that I'll be going back someday. Every night on my knees I pray, the Lord please take me back to that little old green valley far away. I hear a mockingbird down in the little green valley, singing out its little heart to welcome me. Someone waits by the garden gate down in the little green valley. When I get back again, how happy she will be. Then down by the little babbling brook we'll wander, hand in hand we'll dreamily while the hours away. Then I'll leave all cares behind, go where I'll find sunshine, back to that little old green valley far away.
Where did you learn that?
Glad my wife's in Europe, but she can't get back, she can't get back. While I'm eating lamb and cheese, she's eating beans with the refugees. The only way she can get back is to swim across the sea. I'm sorry that there must be war, I don't know what they're fighting for, but I'm glad my wife's in Europe, 'cause she can't get back to me. Is that just the chorus or something? Got it? Round her head she wore a yellow ribbon. She wore it in the morning and in the month of May. And when they asked the reason why she wore it for her lover who was far, far away, far away, far away. And she wore it for her lover who was far, far away. Round her waist she wore a yellow ribbon. She wore it in the morning and in the month of May. And when they asked the reason why she wore it for her sweetheart who was far, far away. month of May. And when they asked the reason why she wore it for her lover who was far, far away, far away, far away. And she wore it for her lover who was far, far away. Around the street she wheeled a baby carriage. She wheeled it in September and in the month of May. And when they asked the reason why she wheeled it for her lover who was far, far away, far away, far away. And she wheeled it for her lover who was far, far away. Well, two vaudeville people by the name of Black and DeBelle were working together, and DeBelle was singing Sleep Baby Sleep in the act, and this man Black was a piano player. So he put a roll bass to Sleep Baby Sleep and a few embellishments and made the song Dardenella.
And he was the man who used to work with you, the fellow who rolled the bass.
Yes, well...
Probably picked it up from you, didn't he?
Yes, and we all have worked together so that this DeBelle said someday there would be a piece of music written with all rolled bass. So that's the beginning of Dardenella with the rolled bass and the Sleep Baby Sleep.
Okay, would you do the two of them?
Mm-hmm. Which first?
I don't care. Sleep Baby Sleep, I suppose I can.
see you in the start. Step into the wedding line. Preacher's easy to find. Bet you'll be nervous here comes the bride. And after service, guess you'll both try to hide. But we won't lose you, we'll right to shoot you. Say we'll make everyone stare. See that you're the candy, sweet and pretty, Mandy, Mandy, won't you decide? Everything is dandy, sweet and pretty, Mandy, Mandy, once you're a bride. In a year or two, there, baby, we have a time. Listen to me, Mandy, make up your mind. Have you heard of Auntie Sue, whose picnics on the pond are the best you ever knew? Away from strife and harm, there are stormy weather. Oh gee, it's lots of fun. Boys and girls together all start out on the run. Down at Auntie Susie's picnic in the hollow by the stream, with a dozen jaws all busy and teeth all smeared with cream. Oh, the gang lost little Freddy, but they found him bright and gay, with his face inside a melon on a Susie's picnic day. London Bridge is falling down, falling down, falling down. London Bridge is falling down, my fair lady. Take a key and lock her up, lock her up, lock her up. Take a key and lock her up, my fair lady. Here we go round the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush, the mulberry bush. Here we go round the mulberry bush, early in the morning. The farmer's in the dell, the farmer in the dell. Hi-oh, the terry-o, the farmer in the dell. Ring around a rosy, pocket full of posy. Ashes, ashes, all squat down. Soon they started playing, Willie got a knife. Yelled at Freckle Freddy, money or your life. Freddy got excited, reached for Willie's head. Fell right in the stream because Willie wasn't there. And she took her false teeth out, sat right down, she was awfully stout. Then jumped up and gave a yell. They bid her where I must not tell. Then the gang all howled with laughter, as for home she turned away. Yet she ate her supper standing on a Susie's picnic day. Is that all right?
Why do men and women love each other? Should they take a chance or should they not? When they marry, will they face heaven or the other place? Which is which and who knows what is what? I don't know, you don't know, he don't know, she don't know. No one knows what it's all about. Boy and girl try their luck, preacher man makes a buck. They go in but they can't get out. Married life, sweeter than fudge. But someday will they say, good morning, Judge? I don't know, you don't know, he don't know, she don't know. No one knows what it's all about. I don't know, you don't know, he don't know, she don't know. No one knows what it's all about. He says do, she says don't, he says will, she says won't. Pretty soon they begin to shout. Hubby throws her a rose just for her hair. When will he tenderly throw her a chair? I don't know, you don't know, he don't know, she don't know. No one knows what it's all about. house. Says the other party is a fake. Democrat, Republican, put each other on the pan. After all, what difference does it make? I don't know, you don't know, he don't know, she don't know. No one knows what it's all about. Why do wise little guys marry gals twice their size? That's the thing I can't figure out. What a life when your wife towers above. She'll be boss, always cross, no turtle dove. I don't know, you don't know, he don't know, she don't know. No one knows what it's all about. Our police never cease closing cafes. How do cops drive their own Packard these days? I don't know, you don't know, he don't know, she don't know. No one knows what it's all about. I thank my friends for their advice and always get in touch. So if they just leave me alone, I thank them twice as much. Someone said, why don't you wait and quit this paying rent? I told them I'm half married now, cause I got my own consent. Well, I'm doing the best I can, doing the best I can. Couldn't do more and I couldn't do less, cause I'm doing just the best I can. I saw a sign, I'm deaf and dumb, and my eyes filled up with tears. I asked how long he'd been that way, and he said 7 years. I fell in love with a pretty girl, but she didn't seem to care. I gave her an electric fan, and she gave me the air. But I'm doing the best I can, doing the best I can. Couldn't do more and I couldn't do less, cause I'm doing just the best I can. Someone said they always thought that indoor sports was great, and my gal said she liked them too if they didn't stay too late. I know a man, his name is Long, his wife is long and lean. They didn't get along for years, but now they got 15. Well, they're doing the best they can, doing the best they can. They couldn't do more and they couldn't do less, cause they're doing just the best they can.
I never felt so lonesome before. My man has quit me. This time he's gone for sure. And he's broke my heart. How I'd love to break his face for letting that other woman ease into my place. But I can't keep that good man off my mind. And I just feel like crying all the
day was dawning, my loving daddy was not about. And he's got that loving that always makes me shout. And I hope he comes back before it all gives out. Now he was no true man, but then a new man could never tempt me or make me glad. Yet I need a good man, I mean a good man bad. 'Cause I ain't been gotten, that don't mean I can't be had. Why some men like me 'cause I'm happy, some because I'm snappy, some call me honey, quite a few think I got money. Then again some tell me, Mama looks like you built for speed. So if you put that all together, that makes me everything a good man needs. So there's no use in grieving, folks I'm leaving. I'm broken-hearted and Dixie-bound, Lord, I've been mistreated, ain't got no time to lose. Why my train is waiting, I've got the down home blues.
talking one evening over at the store about the sun and the moon. You see, they had the subject over to the Lyceum one evening, resolved that the sun does more good than the moon. And they thrashed it out that and nigh on to 10 o'clock. And so some of the men there in the store took sides one way and some another. Sile Haskins said, of course, the sun did more good than the moon, because the sun was in the center of everything. He said that the world and the moon and the stars and comets and meteors and the whole business all sailed round the sun every day. And he got an egg and told Ab Tolliver to hold it, and he took a lemon in one hand and a potato in the other and showed them just how the universe operated. But as Judson, he said that any fool could see with his own eyes that the sun riz in the east and sot in the west, but where in thunder it went to in the night, he didn't know. Might come back over, ready to start again the next morning, or it might go round on the other side. Jock Sullivan said he bet $1 his boy could figure it out by algebra. Eben Button said if the earth got to moving round and tipping up edgeways to jiggle the Atlantic Ocean, so it'd flop all over everything, like enough to put the sun out altogether, and the moon and the stars would like enough to be all washed away. Just then Jim Sanders came in and wanted to know what all the talk was about. I told him that we was continuing the discussion they had over to the Lyceum as to which did the most good, the sun or the moon. And he said, of course, the moon did more good than the sun, for the moon shone in the night when it was dark, and the sun shone right in the daytime when it didn't need it. Then Garl Mastin spoke up, and Garl said the one none of them got it right. He said he seen an astronomy book once as how most of the stars was twice as big as the sun, only they was quite a ways off, and the sun was considerable bigger than the whole world. Just then Pete Pepper jumped up and said, well, gosh, all hemlock, what does Pineville amount to anyway? I'd like to know. Why, if this world should get lost, there wouldn't nobody notice it. Heavens and earth, says Pete. I'm going home. Good night. But just then Elder Belker, the Baptist minister, came in after his mail, and Sile called him over and asked him how it was about this sun-moon business, and he straightened it out for us well as he could, but land sakes, we did feel pretty small, at least I did, to think of all them planets and solar systems and zodiacs and meridians and constellations, and what seemed the hardest to see through was there wasn't no end to anything. When you'd got clean out to the edge, you'd just begun. All the men were pretty quiet when we went home that night. Now I tell you, I couldn't help thinking that every one of us was just like that man in Pollock's Course of Time that I used to read in school. A man there was, and many other such you might have met, who never had a dozen thoughts in all his life, but told them all, each in his accustomed place, from morn till night, from youth till hoary age. Well, I guess it's some like old Sylvester Boynton used to say, there's a good deal to everything. Gentlemen of the School Board of Pineville, we've met here this afternoon to discuss this petition that was presented a couple of weeks ago, asking that we throw out the Latin and spend the time learning our boys how to raise corn and the gals how to cook. Is the investigating committee ready to report?
I was appointed to investigate the Latin class, so I went over to school yesterday and took a seat alongside the schoolma'am and jotted down a few points. I'll see if I can read what I got writ. I should say there were, well, probably a dozen in the class. Jock Sullivan's boy got up first, great strapping fella, 16-year-old, and he recited something like this. Now, let me get my glasses on. Now, hold on, I guess I've got it upside down. Now, I guess that'll go better. Well, he begun, I'm a bow, I'm a bass, I'm a bat. I'm a bamis, I'm a battis, I'm a bant. And every boy in that class got up and said he was them same things. A bow and a bass and a bat. And a bamis and a battis and a bant, whatever they be. That's all they said they were today. Then some of the gals got up and recited in concert. Kick, no, hold on, that's an H instead of a K. Kick, hike, hawk. Hug us, August. It all sounds like a mess of nonsense to me, but them last 3 words seem to have a sort of a significance, but they may not mean what they say they do, because this is Latin, you understand. I asked my boy Zeke what it was about, and he said that was a piece of poetry they had today. Well, maybe it was, but I wouldn't put too much dependence on that gentleman, because my boy'd do anything under the sun if he thought he could get off a good joke on his dad. Well, I pass in the report just as I took it down.
Gentlemen, you've heard the report of the investigating committee. Any more remarks? Squire Huxley, you're a lawyer. You ought to know all about Latin. Supposing you get up and give us your idea of the subject. Ah, gentlemen, it has been some years since I have perused a Latin textbook, and my knowledge is more of a general than a particular nature. However, it might be that I could give you a few points. The boy may be right. There were a great many of those early Latin poets. I used to be familiar with some of them. Let me see. There was John Bunyan and Plato. Oh, there was a number of them. I wouldn't be sure. I would like to ask the board one question. How many of us here know the meaning of that familiar Latin saying, e pluribus unum? Not one. Gentlemen, that celebrated quotation was spoken by George Washington, if I remember rightly, at the Battle of Gettysburg, and it means, give me liberty or give me death. I am in favor of retaining the Latin, that our young people may know these things.
Any more remarks? Well, if you want to know what I think about it, I'll tell you. What under the sun is the use of our youngsters spending their time over a language that's been dead more than 1,000 years and ought to be buried? It looks to me like a mess of con-san nonsense from beginning to end. When I went to school, they had 3 divisions to the old English grammar, and they was good enough for me. There was orthography, etymology, swine tax, and prosody. Now, is any more remarks? Well, anybody got a motion to make? Motion made by the undertaker that we bury the Latin. Any second to it? All in favor of this motion, make it manifest by saying aye. Contrary, so vote, and I'm glad of it. Now let's go home.